This video is brought to you by MPEC Printery, specializing in t-shirt printing, posters, and shipping from the USA. Call 876-775-6692 or 876-337-7374. Andy Gone Nuts, 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is also brought to you by BLC Jamaica Security Electronics, specializing in alarm system, video surveillance, camera system or CCTV, barrier system, gate automation, and access control. Call 876-320-7711. That's 876-320-7711 or 876-351-1105. That's 876-351-1105.
Hello everyone, how are you doing? My name is Simon Preston and welcome back to Reggae Boys Commentary. Yes, this is the channel where we come together to discuss everything in relation to Jamaican football, 100%. This is your hub for everything Jamaican football related. So, without further ado, here we go, right? So, we're going to talk about a player that has represented the country before and has scored for the country before. And this is a player that scored for the country in a crucial World Cup qualifier. This is somebody that scores goals for his club. And this is an individual that is someone that I don't think we should be discarding at all from our national program. And that is none other than Kemar Roofe. Kemar Roofe, as you know, is a 29-year-old striker who plies his trade with Rangers FC in the Scottish Premiership. Michael Gordon says, "Evening, Simon, from a cool fall evening in New England. One love." How you doing, man? Hope you're doing good. Marcus Messiah Garvey says, "Positivity is key." Marcus Messiah Garvey says, "Up, Simon, up. How are you doing? I hope you guys are doing good." So yeah, that's where we are in this situation. That's where we are. So, yep. So let's talk about Kemar Roofe, shall we? What is the deal with Kemar Roofe? What's the situation why we're unable to see him play quite often? What is the reason why we're unable to basically see him play for Rangers? So the reality is this, and I will, get onto it quite shortly. Let me get some comments. Shadi W says, "Raise the roof." J. Ross says, "Up, Simon." Caribbean Cricket Partner says, "How you mean, Simon? UK link you no pending." Yo, brother. Leeds. That's where I am. Ian Campbell says, "Blessings, people. Blessings." Chad EW, is he still at Rangers? Yes, he is still at Rangers. Please remind the coach that Wes Harding and Casey Palmer still exist. Coach Heimer Hallgrimsson is fully aware of that. Fully aware of that. So, that is something that he is aware of, and he knows these players in particular. So it's not something that you have to be concerned about, Marcus Messiah Garvey says, "Up, J. Ross." So, guys, let's talk about Kemar now. Okay, so Kemar picked up an injury at the back end of last season for Rangers. Rangers last season, he notched 16 goals in 36 appearances in all competitions, 10 goals in 21 appearances in the league. This was his second season with the club. He has a 4-year deal with the club. So basically, he has a deal with Rangers until the summer of 2024. So he returned to training this week, and I know Rangers aren't doing so well. Well, they lost to Liverpool not too long ago. So they're under a bit of pressure right now. They're under some pressure, and they're going to have to find a way to get out of the situation that they're in, you know? So that is the situation that we have at this moment in time. And Kemar Roofe, he started off at West Brom, went out on loan in Iceland at a place called Vikingur FC, Vikingur Reykjavik. Then he went to Northampton Town in League Two, Cheltenham Town League Two, Colchester United League One, Oxford United League Two. Played for Leeds in a championship for 3 seasons. Went over in Belgium and played for Anderlecht. Kemar Taxi Lawrence and Kemar Roofe linked up well together, as in they got to know each other better. So yeah, from that perspective, it worked out well, and it was great to see. You know? I'm sure everyone will be delighted and happy with that perspective of things. Now, how are Rangers doing right now? Because if you look at the UEFA Champions League result today, it was not a good one. Rangers in the Scottish Premiership. Rangers are second behind Celtic at this point in time in the league. That's where they are right now. So as you see on your screen, you'll see Celtic at the top, and just behind them you have Rangers. Good. Did Tapa ever really get to know the best of Roofe? Always felt like Kemar wasn't played in his best position, subsequently tried too hard to impress. You are correct in the fact that he was not played in his best position, 150 million% there. Did Taba really get to know the best of Roofe? You know, I'd be lying if I said yes. Big up Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Ian Campbell, manners and respect every time. Big up, Mr. Campbell. Hope you're doing good. Hi, Simon. I see you're still recovering from that 6-3 beating. I'm good to know. I'll just check in. Roofe is a lead standout. He was a very, very good standout. And I feel like if Leeds had got promoted in his third season with the club, which of course was Bielsa's first season with the team, where they qualified for the playoffs, and that season where he scored 15 goals in 33 championship games, I personally feel that if Bielsa had got the team promoted, I personally feel that Kemar would still be a Leeds player minimum last season if Leeds had got promoted. We know they finished third in the league behind Sheffield United and Norwich City, and they went into the playoffs against Derby County. And we know what happened to Derby County, right? So, yeah. But yeah, we know Patrick Bamford came in and he was rated by Bielsa for the work that he did. But that first season for Patrick Bamford, it was just 9 goals in the league. Second season in Championship, 16. Premier League season, 17 goals. Good. But Bamford hasn't scored a Premier League goal since last season. Roofe now, and in relation to the Champions League specifically, there's some work for Rangers to do. And the truth is, there is some serious work to do if they're going to stand any chance of moving up, because they've lost 3 games and 3 games played. Napoli are at the top with 9 points. Liverpool are second with 6. Ajax are third in the table with 3 points. So even to get a UEFA Europa League place, they're going to need to pick up the points. They're going to need to keep on progressing. But the rate that Rangers are going, they're going to be eliminated from the competition, and that's it. So the hope is that when Kemar comes back, he can play some role in terms of the role of making a part of the team. I responded to you, sir. He's not been contacted by Jamaica Federation. Simon put Kemar Roofe, yeah. Yeah. Yep, he is a number 9. It was not a wise decision, put it that way. It says document says, bless up Simon, bless up, hope you're good. Roofe operates best in and around the 18-yard box, a goal rat who sniffs chances and puts the ball into the net. And that is exactly what Jamaica needs. When you bear in mind the Gold Cup ahead next year, and even prior to the Gold Cup, the Nations League, where Jamaica needs a victory over Mexico. I know right now Jamaica are at the top of the Nations League table. However, Mexico still have Suriname to play, and you'd expect Mexico to get the better of Suriname. So that would mean that Jamaica would have to go and beat Mexico in Mexico to qualify for the semifinals of the Nations League. Now, if Mexico draws or loses to Suriname, then all Jamaica would need is a point against Mexico in Mexico. But we can expect, and I know Mexico will be coming to claim group honors, so I think they're going to beat Suriname. And now it's over to us to ensure that we can go out there and get a result on the road against Mexico. That's the next thing. So there you go. Personally, I think that he will be. Persons like him, Cole Palmer, Emile Smith-Rowe are going to be part of the England 2026 squad. That's personally how I feel about the matter. So that's where we are with this set of individuals, you know? So it's going to take some time, it's going to take some patience, especially from the situation of Roofe. We know with Roofe that we're going to need to, he needs to get back to playing. And when you're bearing in mind, the Cameroon game is not a game where you will have overseas based, well, not UK based players, you can say. But what you can say is this. Nations League March is a good time frame to target, because that event is a grand opportunity to return. Scored on the road against Honduras, and you can expect that he is going to want to put in a good, solid impression. because the Gold Cup is a chance to win a trophy. It's a vital, crucial competition. And we certainly want to rub off this disappointment that we had in 2021. The first time not being in a Gold Cup semi-final in a decade. Of course, we weren't in the 2013 tournament, final 2015 and 17 semi-final in 2019. So it was absolutely disappointing, shocking that we weren't in that situation where we were in a semi-final. But we press forward, and hopefully that we can be able to get back to the days of Gold Cup semi-finals and top in our group. That would be impressive. That would be the next step for me. That would be the step that needs to be taken from here on in. So that's that. So no Clark Harris for Cameron. The thing is, though, that in England they're going to break for the World Cup November 12th, and November 9 is the match. So players would for sure, English Premier League players would be a no. So Antonio, Bailey, Bobby Reid, Jamal Lowe would be doubts for that game, for sure. I think Michael Hector wants in with the new coach, seeing him telling Nana he'll be back soon. Why not? Michael has always made himself available for Jamaica once he's not injured. He has made himself a key player. I remember after Schaefer, there was some time before we got to see UK-based players back in the squad, and Hector was the only one at Gold Cup 2019. So yeah. So there we go. Joe Willock is Montserrat, my friend. Joe Willock. He has Montserratian heritage, so it's not Jamaican, it's Montserratian. And we know the thing with Joe Willock, he was at Arsenal and then moved to Newcastle United, and he did well, has done well at this point in time. And we know he has two brothers. He has his brothers Chris Willock. Chris Willock, also formerly of Arsenal as well, went to Benfica. And now what's Queen's Park Rangers right now. So Joe Willock, former England under 21, now at Newcastle. Chris Willock at QPR right now, and Matty Willock was recently at Salford City, and he began it. He was at Manchester United for a little while as well, and he is a Montserratian player, specifically. Made his debut for Montserrat in 2021, and this was for the World Cup qualifiers. So yeah, Montserrat is building a good team as they try to push for World Cup qualification. When you bear in mind the likes of Brandon Comley, James Comley, Alex Dyer, Lyle Taylor, who I think is one of the best players of the lot. Lyle Taylor is at Nottingham Forest, the 32-year-old striker. And Lyle Taylor was on loan last season at Birmingham City. I know many people have been saying about Nottingham Forest, well, about Lewis Graban, what is he up to at this point in time? Well, he's over in Saudi Arabia. It's a 1-year deal. there's a chance that this situation could be extended by a further year. So yeah, it's like Odion Igalo. Odion Igalo is in Saudi Arabia as well. The 33-year-old played for Manchester United 12 times, the club of his dreams. So you can say that he had a chance to make his dream a reality. Scored goals. Scored goals for the club too in the Europa League, three in the FA Cup. Yeah, with Igalo. So got to the semi-finals of the UEFA Europa League as well. I think in these players sector would be important. Yeah. Yep. Joe Willock, Matty Willock, Chris Willock. That's right. Some people, like Joe, still have the view that they can make the England squad. You know? Some people still have that view. They can do that. Especially for the form that he put in at Newcastle when he was on loan there 2020-2021 season with 8 goals and 14 appearances. Yeah, Joe Willock certainly had the view and still is clinging on to the view that there'll be an England cap around the corner. He's 23, so he'll tell you that he's not old. We need to be different and focus on top quality. Up Jamaican football highlights. Up. We need to get passports for Premier League players now, so when the time comes, there's no delay and any chance for them to change their mind. I would agree with that. Other than Jamaica, what other Caribbean country do you see push for the final round of qualifying spot? Curacao, Suriname, Haiti. I said I'm pushing for a World Cup spot. I didn't say I'll qualify, but I said those 3 teams in particular, 3 countries pushing for a chance to qualify for sure. Will the under 20 team be playing any friendlies soon? Under 20 men's team? No. Not anytime soon. Big up yourself, Simon, says Devon Smith. Hope you're doing well. Jaden Brown from Sheffield Wednesday. What about him? Reese Nelson? Yeah. What about Dane Scarlett? Yes, we know about Dane Scarlett's eligibility. And we know Dane Scarlett from Tottenham. And he was also part of that Tottenham team that travelled to the Caribbean. And I believe they took on Cavalier, and Cavalier defeated Tottenham. Was it under 15 or under 14 level? So yeah. Dane Scarlett has actually played for Tottenham at the senior level, so there's that right there, So yeah. So there we go. How are the young players going to build chemistry if they don't play? You will not sit down under 20 squad together until it's time again to think about under 20 qualifiers, my friend. I am not disagreeing with you. I am just being absolutely frank with you that that's the next time that you will get to see them play. And that is just the way it is. So, what can you do? You know? We need four strikers who can carry on after Tony, and Greenwood are the top prospects for us. For receivers, Gil Hart, Keenan Davis, and Cameron Archer are a level below. Simon, do you know about the English Jamaican that plays in France? The English Jamaican, specifically. Well, we know about the one that's declared to represent the United States, specifically. Roofe, Demari, Omari Hutchinson, Keita, Marcus Edwards, Bailey, Pinnock, and others. Not a bad core for 2026. Yeah, if all of those players are part of the unit, then yeah. I would have to agree with you there. I would agree with you 100%. Can you do more content on the Reggae Girls and cover players that have eligibility to represent the team? I've been doing a lot of Reggae Girls content. I did 2 videos earlier today and yesterday regarding the Reggae Girls, so I wanted to check that out. One regarding Alika Keane and another one in relation to the Women's Premier League starting back quite soon, so it's something that I have done. He's an 18-year-old, and I'll try to find his name. Jero says, what's going on with Demarai Gray? Demarai Gray's documents have not been submitted, sir. I put Dane Scarlett in the same level as Cameron Archer and Joe Gelhardt. Dane is still a Tottenham player. He's on loan. Yes, that is so. That is so. He's still on loan. That is correct. Yes, sir. That is correct. 150% agree. That is exactly what needs to happen. That's exactly what needs to happen. So we have to wait, be patient. I know patience is a quality that takes time, but great things take time, don't they? Great things take time, good opportunities take time. So what can you do at this point in time is that just gonna have to wait. Just gonna have to wait and see, That's the only thing that can be done right now. So let us bear that in mind. Patience, 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 patience. That's all that we can do right now. So guys, let us ensure that we do that. All right. Yeah. So regarding Kemar Roofe, I want you guys to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As it relates to Kemar Roofe, if he's somebody that you'd like to see come the Nations League, or if you say, okay, he's 29, or if that is the end of his sort of journey moving forward, because he's played in England, he's now in Scotland, and now the progress that you have seen him make so far, Champions League, Europa League, and all of those different aspects. So that's an encouragement. That's an encouraging sign. Rank them. Okay, in order of best, most of a goal threat right now, to least of a goal threat right now, and this is currently, as we speak, Archer, Gelhardt, Davis, Scarlett, right now. But I do foresee that changing in the future. I do think Scarlett has the potential to put himself within the conversation, but in the future, if Gelhardt stays composed and calm, then Gelhardt become the next Wayne Rooney. I honestly believe that. The deal is he has not been contacted by the JFF. Simon, do you think Whisper is ready for the national senior team? Let's take it one step at a time. Let's say under 17 first. Roofe, good player. Yeah. The coach should target Redmond. You think so? Kemar can stay. I'm always of injury. No, I wouldn't say always, Mm, Look, we're at some point in our life, every single one of us goes through some form of adversity. Adversity is temporary, and what can be said is this: everybody will have to develop a form of mental strength. So it won't be different for Mason. It won't be any different from Mason at all. Yeah. Yes, this can happen, but I just don't foresee it happening. It's something that can happen, and there's nothing stopping it from happening. I just don't foresee it happening. Yeah, what's up with Roof? He would need to be. He would have been good for the Argentina game. Ravel has to play deep, and he's the kind of forward who seems to play like an attacking midfielder. He's also a good distributor. He's a number 9, my friend. Bring in the Roof. Big up, Simon. Siobhan given target Redmond for where for you personally. Where do you see Redmond? You see Redmond, Antonio Bailey. That's a front three that you see. Interesting letter. Thanks. Scarlett has been playing with the big man from 17. He keeps scoring goals regularly. Same at Portsmouth. Yeah, Dane has proven that he can compete. And where he is right now at 18, and to see that he's playing big man football and in League One, which is by no means any bush league or anything of that nature. 4 goals in 13 appearances right now as we speak. I think those are respectable figures for an 18-year-old lad, you know? So that's personally how I feel about the matter, you know? Personally. Mm. So yeah, and in relation to so, alrighty, let's move on to the next one, guys. So, yeah, no, so there's a club in France, and it is called Nice, and Nice play in League 1. And there's a 19-year-old. He's a centre forward, and born and raised in London, and his name is Cavarn Williams. Now, Cavarn Williams has played in the under 18 Premier League, and he is somebody that has also competed in the FA Youth Cup, played and also scored goals in that competition specifically. So, this is somebody that has done well at the youth level specifically. He hasn't been in France for a very long time. You know, he was at Bournemouth before he went over to France and was at Fulham's youth academy. But Bournemouth is where, I mean, Fulham is where you could say everything started for him. So Williams is a player. Yeah. Cavarn Williams is his name, not Wilson, but Williams. Yeah, he would be a big ambition for sure. Big one. Hmm. Yeah, Cavarn Williams has Jamaican heritage. That is for certain. That makes me sad because my dream and prayers for twin are front line of Tony, Greenwood, and Bailey. Well, look, persons right now with certain job descriptions have to do their role. Now, we all know that there's a straight flight from Kingston to London Gatwick 3-4 times a week. There's also a straight flight from Donald Sangster to Manchester 3-4 times a week. So we can't say that there's not available avenues and opportunities for somebody to get to England. If you want to go to England, the process is very straightforward in getting a visa as well. Very, very straightforward if you want to get a visa to go to England as well. Very, very straightforward and clear and simple and to the point. And if you want to expedite the process, in 3 to 5 working days, you can have a UK visa within your passport. So for those individuals that have a job description to speak to certain individuals, they know very, very well that it is not something that takes a long time. It's not. Scarlett is the future of England at the number 9 position. That's my thoughts. Honestly, Scarlett, because Hurricane right now is 29. After Hurricane, I think it's going to be Rashford at that number 9 position. After Rashford, I think they're going to experiment a bit with Cole Palmer. They're going to experiment a bit with Foden. And I personally think that we might see Ryan Brewster in an England shirt. Yep, that is true. That is true. Hmm. I respect barely him playing for Villa means nothing for me. If we're the next 3 friendlies, I see no improvement in his game. He should be dropped. Leon Bailey specifically? Well, if you're not performing, I don't think you should be called up. That's my personal opinion about the matter. Is this Kane's last World Cup in your opinion? It really depends on how he can keep himself together, keep himself sharp and fit. I think he's been going on from his early 20s. So if he keeps himself in good shape, I do think another World Cup is possible. Maybe not leading the line, but certainly being as a supplement to the squad. I certainly think that he can play the 2026 World Cup, but I just don't see him leading the line per se. But if he does keep himself sharp, mobile, active, then absolutely he could very well play for England at the next rock. But definitely this World Cup and the Euros, for sure. Greenwood is not playing football. Ryan Brewster has Bayesian heritage, my friend. Ryan Brewster has Bayesian heritage right now, so he could play for Barbados. He could. He's 22. He's at Sheffield United. He's not scoring a bag of goals at Sheffield United. In fact, he's only scored 3 league goals, and all of them came last season. This season, he hasn't scored any goals at all. And at Liverpool, he didn't play a single Premier League game. I mean, he did play Premier League football at Sheffield United, but he didn't, play Premier League football at Liverpool. But he was part of the team that won a Champions League trophy. He got a medal, even for the UEFA Super Cup. Won the World Cup under 17 World Golden Boots and Golden Ball winner. So yeah. But yeah, through his father, he has Bayesian roots. So yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know if Tammy Abraham will lead the line for England. Personally, I would much, much rather Dominic Calvert-Lewin over Tammy Abraham because I know if a one-on-one chance comes, I can trust Dominic Calvert-Lewin with those opportunities. So that's why. Nothing is wrong with him at all. So yeah. Rooster plays better for England on 21 and 23. He retains a starting role. He does play for better for England, and we've seen that. And we've seen that quite often as well. Even from his days at under 17 level as well. From the under 17 level as well with England, we've seen this. So it's something that has been a broad aspect of things. So that's where we are right now. So interesting. I see what you're saying. I think Jibison will play for Canada, to be honest. I think so too, but things are very, very interesting. Things can change in an instant. So let us just wait and see. Calvert-Lewin all of a sudden becomes injury prone just out of the blue. Duncan Ferguson, when he was under Duncan Ferguson's tutelage, he was so sharp, ready. A player that was capable, full of vigor, full of passion. So yeah. So there we go. So, Reggae Boys fans, what are your thoughts? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. More videos to come. Stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button right now. Plenty more content to come.
This video is brought to you by MPEC Printery, specializing in t-shirt printing, posters, and shipping from the USA. Call 876-775-6692 or 876-337-7374. Andy Gone Nuts, 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is also brought to you by BLC Jamaica Security Electronics, specializing in alarm system, video surveillance, camera system or CCTV, barrier system, gate automation, and access control. Call 876-320-7711. That's 876-320-7711 or 876-351-1105. That's 876-351-1105.